For instance, we have 36,000 plus judgments of the Indian Supreme Court in English since the birth of the Supreme Court in 1950. Now, English is not the language which is spoken of in all courts, particularly the trial courts level. So what we have done is to use artificial intelligence or machine learning mechanisms for translating the judgments of the Indian Supreme Court in every Indian language which is recognized by the Constitution. So over 36,000 judgments of the Indian Supreme Court have been translated into Hindi. And they're being translated into every language, as I said. The purpose of doing that is to allow for citizens to understand the work of courts in a language which is intelligible to them. Because unless we do that, and if we continue to speak in a language which is alien to the language which people speak, which they speak at home, which they understand, the work which we do would not reach out to people. Another area of technology which we have been employing is video conferencing. We launched into video conferencing in a very large way during COVID, but video conferencing has come to stay because of the fact that hybrid hearings have allowed the Supreme Court to become a Supreme Court not just of that location in Delhi, but truly a Supreme Court of the entire nation, where lawyers can address us from across the country. A litigant in a remote part of India can watch the proceedings in their case, e-filings, digitization of court records. And what we are doing in India is that we are ensuring that, conscious as we are of the digital divide, we are also providing for e-service centers in every court in each of the 18,000 courts in India to ensure that people, citizens, who do not have access to the internet can avail of our services by going to the nearest service center. But just as a final point, your first point on social media, yes, that is a problem, because very often every citizen on social media is a journalist with a view. And very often we are at the receiving end. And very often when I see the comments about what we have not said in the social media, I say, but well, we never said this, or we have been misinterpreted. But is that within our control, or are we just living in a society where so much lies beyond our control?